Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. It is Sunday the 2nd of January 2022. The quickie is back up, so instead of recording a weekly recap today, I'm going to be recording it straight after and uploading it on Monday. We'll schedule it to be uploaded tomorrow morning because I'm working, so I'll have to schedule it. The quickie's back up, so today I am going to do a quickie reading of what happened in December 2021 of Chris's life, or life in jail, and a recap of 2020 of Chris's life. So we will just give a little bit of a talk about it. So let's have a look. December 2021. December was the 12th and final month of 2021. Chris remained in jail for the entire month, presumably celebrating Christmas in the pokey. Is that another name for it? Like a Chris mannerism or something? The biggest revelation of the month was that Barb instigated a serious car incident in late November, causing serious damage to both herself and son Q, her car, or Chris's car. So the highlights was the 1st of December, 2 additional letters, one from the 25th of October and one from the 30th of October, which Chris has written to Kendall, was posted publicly. On the 2nd, a day which was very cosmically eventful, according to Chris, apparently because it can be written as a planodome. 12/02/2021. Chris observes the day and later asks Kendall if he had done the same. On the 3rd, the jail letter addressed to Onion Farms user Celestia from the 30th of November was received and posted online. On the 6th, Chris writes and sends the 6th letter addressed to Kenneth Engelhart. On the 7th, the letter addressed to Twitter user Eels and the Eggman from the 30th of November is received and posted online. On the 8th, Kenneth Engelhart reveals that he has received a 5th letter from Chris describing the car incident Barbara was involved in on the 24th of November, which has totaled her car and put her in the hospital. Kenneth did not make the letter public at the request of Chris. It also contains personal information about Chris's relatives. It was best that was kept privately then. On the 9th, Chris writes and sends the 2nd and final letter to Onion's Farms user Celestia. Chris bizarrely claims that Jacob Sockness started the COVID-19 pandemic. On the 11th, Kenneth reveals that he has received a 6th letter from Chris, this one concerning Null. Also on the 11th, the Kiwi Farms user confirms that Barbara's automobile incident did actually happen, although apparently on the 23rd and not the 24th of November, by looking up the vehicle's identification number of the Dodge Caravan. On the 12th, Chris affirmations list from March 2021 is leaked. Also on the 12th, the jail letter from the 6th of December is posted online in full. On the 13th, Kenneth Engelhart receives and posts a Christmas postcard. It was a Christmas card, not a postcard, that Chris had wrote to him at an unknown date. On the 14th, the jail letter from the 9th of December is received via Discord. On the 16th, a Ween Larry Vaughan posts on Reddit about his latest visit to 14 Bankland Court. In the post, he claims that most of the hoard was cleaned out of the house. A Kiwi Farms post made a few days afterwards would prove the contrary to this. I've actually saw that post, and there was a lot of people saying that why the fuck are you there, because don't go to his house, period. On the 25th, Chris's first Christmas while in jail. I bet that was a miserable time for him. On the 29th, Barbara was found to be at fault for last month's car accident and was charged a $30 fine and $76 in court costs. That's pretty low for what happened, but they probably kept it low like that just to get it out of the way, and because she's old and demented, so they couldn't really do much with her. So yeah, we kept up to date with the letters in December, and I've kept up to date with the latest one in December as well. So let's read 2021 now. 2021 was the 13th year since Chris's discovery, and the year that the shit finally hit the fan. Once it came to light that Chris has been having a sexual relationship with his own mother, this revelation very quickly destabilised everything about Chris's life, separating him from the house and his mother, and likely resulting in serious prison time. The year marks the 30th anniversary of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise and 14 years since the discovery of Chris and the world of Sonic 2. Wait a minute, it says 14 years, but up there it says 13 years. Okay. Bob turned 80 years old on the 1st of October as well. 6th of December marked a decade since the passing of Bob Chandler, and the same month also marked 20 years since Chris's firing from his last real job. Granted, he is not very likely to get a new job now if he ever leaves custody of the state. Chris Helvosky also turned 18 this year, meaning that Chris is no longer technically a paedophile, although that's probably the least of Chris's worries given his current situation. So there's his mugshot and his insignia picture right there. So January, yeah, there's also full readings of each month, but I'm just going for the lowdown. I'm not that fussed about the full things. We all know what happened. January 2021, Chris stayed quiet during the first month of the year, with his activity largely limited to tweeting about the dimensional merge. During the middle of January, he was manipulated by troll Larry Vaughn into sending bizarre DMs to several Twitter users. Joe Biden, the 46th President of the United States, took office on the 20th of January, succeeding Donald Trump. And he would be in there for a full year in almost 20 days time. On February 2021, early in the month, Watchmen leaks revealed that Chris has been planning to use a taser to stun his collection of crystals and rocks in an attempt to activate the merge. Among those involved with the situation were the aforementioned Watchmen and a Praetor member. Judging by later conversations and the fact that the fact that no video has emerged of the act taking place, Chris was most likely talked out of the idea. That's the thing, we only had audio about them talking about it, but it didn't actually happen. Halfway through the month, Chris discussed with the Watchman his feelings of loneliness and the desire for a relationship. Oh yeah, how that's turned. Chris turned 39 years old on the 24th of February, and a day later finally ended his nearly year-long act of being possessed by Sonic after being convicted to do so by enabler Kiwi Sandbag, posing as a psychic. In March 2021, Chris announced that he has consulted a medium for spiritual advice. Chris would also continue to talking with Kiwi Sandbag this month, before cutting all contact with him after the latter admitted to not being a real psychic. Chris also accidentally damaged the Dodge Caravan after backing into a big trailer. There we are. In April 2021, Chris started off the month by angrily messaging Gino Samuel for changing the thumbnails and titles of Chris Kant A Comprehensive History to images of Donald Trump for an April Fool's joke. later, he received his stimulus check from the government and immediately used it to buy a 3-month subscription for magic stones. Basically, stones that someone's picked off the floor and they're selling them. In other words, what a con that is. A few days later, both Chris and Barb received doses of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccination. Aside from other occasional posts, Chris remained mostly quiet this month. Yeah, your tax dollars paid for them stones that Chris bought. Paid for useless stones. Fucking hell. May 2021, Chris celebrated Mother's Day this month by releasing an odd and, in hindsight, disturbing photograph of himself and Barb together. Chris would record an audio clip of himself vocalising his voice on Twitter, and was also record a video of himself covering "I'll Be Your Mirror" by the Velvet Underground as an effort to promote a book about comparing Andy Warhol and Chris. In June 2021, Chris started off the month by starting the tradition of posting tarot cards on Twitter every day before uploading birthday greetings to Devon, and a video of him playing with his cat Sylvia later this month. Chris also begged for money for a new car and made a series of tweets claiming that the Too Many Games 2018 convention incident was a supposed setup by the organizer of the event and the 12s. Yeah, why the fuck would the organizer risk his own job just to set someone up? I do not know. Null announced on the kiwi farm. Have I got a splinter in my hand? I might dig that out. I think that's a splinter. Null announced on the kiwi farms that Chris would be attending Everfree Northwest, a My Little Pony convention held in Seattle, Washington in August 2021. Yeah, that's never happened because Chris was in jail that time and Everfree banned him anyway for life. However, this would not come to pass as this was the month which Chris began to engage in incest with his mother. News of which would not break for over a month from then until Chris's emergency protective order in late July. The two had sex every day, every third night, so he's been fucking his own mother since June. On July 2021, the month began quite promisingly, with Chris actually fulfilling artwork commissions and video requests to his trip to attend Everfree Northwest. Though one of his pet dogs, Snoopy, passed on the 15th, which was sad to be fair, but he's a free doggo now. Meanwhile, Chris continued his protests over the impending release of the 5th generation of My Little Pony, culminating in a rage-filled video release on the 27th, in which he demanded Hasbro change course and revealed that he has seamlessly punched holes in his rules out of rage. However, on the 29th, the month and history as a whole would see an unexpected disturbing turn of events, as an audio clip of Chris admitting to having incestuous sexual intercourse with Barbara was leaked after a welfare check was conducted on 14 Branchland Court. Chris was given an emergency protective order on the 30th of July to leave the premises of the house immediately, while Barbara was taken to hospital. The following day, on the 31st of July, Chris stole $750 from Barbara's bank account, resulting in Null cutting all ties with him. Chris' attendance tickets to Everfree Northwest was also revoked by the convention, and Null also began the process of refunding those who donated to the GoFundMe fundraiser this month. This is when everything fell apart. August 2021. The month began with Chris getting arrested outside a hotel with various Weens and even Ralph, another Ween and locale, in attendance live streaming. He was jailed without bond and charged with incest. While Chris was in jail, his license plates were soon stolen by a Ween. In his first court appearance, represented by Charlottesville attorney David Hallberg, Chris interrupted the judge multiple times and demanded to be allowed to pick up his things from 14 Branch Lane Court. He was denied bond, and his next court date was set for September 16th, 2021. The case was featured on Fox News, exposing him to millions of boomers. A week later, Everfree Northwest, the My Little Pony convention Chris had planned on attending, took place without him, because he was banned for incest and being in jail. Activity regarding Chris became sparse after the arrest, but disturbing and incriminating information on Isabella Loretta Yankee, a troll who participated in the leaked incest call, leaked and or spread around heavily. Partly through the month, Chris's dominant YouTube channel was broken into, with the hacker uploading an old shitpost of Anthony Legato yelling Goulet. To be fair, I always thought that was Kenneth Englehart in that video. I don't know why. At the month's end, a user from the Kiwi Farms reported that Barbara had returned to 14 Branch Lane Court as Chris continued to await his hearing. In September, September 2021, with Chris remaining in jail, the 10th year anniversary of Bob's passing came and went. Later, Irene filmed a video tour of the exterior of 14 Branch Lane Court, providing a picture of the state of Chris's house. Chris's next court date was initially set to the 14th of this month, but was given a continuance due to part of the defence requesting more time to do a mental health examinations for Chris. Later reports that Barb had returned to 14 Branch Lane Court were confidently confirmed when a fan went to the house and unsuccessfully tried to pry more details out of her. On the 24th of September, Null announced that Chris had sent a letter from jail dated September 19th. It was addressed to an unknown person with instructions to relay the contents to Null and forward the physical document to David Hallberg. That was like the first ever letter he sent out. The letter itself, while referring to the events of the past month in broad strokes, was strikingly evangelical in tone, steeped in abundant Christian imagery and language of biblical references. Chris's statements within the letter were perceived by observers as confirmation of a sudden and explosive development of his Messiah complex, up to and including a belief that he is a reincarnation of Jesus of Nazareth. In October 2021, Barbara turns 80 years old, and Chris sent 5 more letters with topics ranging from his godhood to the quality of the girl's food. Chris spent the rest of the month in jail waiting his next court appearance. In November 2021, Chris's second court appearance was scheduled for the 18th of this month, but it was given again given a continuance, this time to February 3rd, 2022. Meanwhile, on the 24th of November, Chris got involved in a serious automobile collision this month, apparently suffering 2 broken ribs and a concussion as a result of it, but nevertheless still surviving the initial incident. Chris also continued to interact with fans and readers this month through means of several letters and a phone call. And December 2021, we've already read it, and it's not filled in yet. This has been his lowdown. That's the thing, because I don't really want to do quickie readings anymore on the weekly anyway, because I want to make an update video on Monday, tomorrow, of roughly what I've got my mindset on to do this year, because I I've got a lot of things in my mind and I really want to get them done rather than forget about them. So tomorrow will be a 2022 update video of what I'll be like hopefully doing. It won't be set in stone because it's early days and we don't know with this pandemic going on what's going to happen, if things are going to be locked down or what. So I'm really not quite sure what's going to go on, but I just want to give my actual thoughts on what I want to do. Also want to talk about my recording schedule, but tomorrow's main video in tomorrow evening will be that straight after this video I'll be recording a weekly recap which will go up Monday morning around 10 AM UK time. I'm hopefully going to get that up. So other than that, I hope you had a nice weekend. I hope you had a good New Year's so far, New Year's Eve, and let's hopefully start the year good. So until then, see you guys.